We just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to do our mid-season finale review for Arrow entitled The Climb. Holy shit! What? Now look, it's easy to just come out and say, oh, you know, he's gonna make it through this. He's gonna make it through this. And you know what? He probably is. I mean, I can't see how they can just jump from Oliver Queen to somebody else being Arrow, but I'm wondering how they're gonna explain him surviving that. I mean, he got stabbed. Now, granted, he got stabbed on this side, so obviously we know that's not where the heart is. But then he fell. So it's going to be interesting to see in the second half how they're going to make Oliver come out of this. You know, because obviously his story's not over. There's a lot to tell with Oliver. But then again, who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us and he really is dead and somebody else steps up as Green Arrow. I don't know. So overall, very, very good mid-season finale as well. You know, the Thea being the murderer of Sara, that wasn't too surprising, but it wasn't upsetting either. They did a good job setting that up through Merlin, who now you can see, at least in my opinion, doesn't really care about Thea. He basically used Thea and Oliver to clear his own name with the League of Shadows. He knows he can't take down Ra's al Ghul, so he forces Oliver's hand to go and take down Ra's al Ghul for him, which he knows Oliver's not going to do. But, you know, what I'm trying to figure out is how the fuck did he convince Thea to do it? Really, like, how did I mean, I know he spent a lot of time with her. Obviously, he trained her. But how did he convince her to kill Sara? When just a year ago, Sara and Thea, I wouldn't say they were close, but they got along fairly well. Hell, Sara worked for Thea. So how now is Thea suddenly motivated to kill Sara? That's what I want to know. And I'm sure we'll get an answer to that question. There's no way they could ignore that. Perhaps Merlin just decided to tell Thea, look, she's the reason why you and your brother aren't close. Your brother's obsessed with her. You need to get rid of her, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, though, but I don't even think that kind of story would convince Thea to do it. So we'll have to wait and see. You know, it was nice to see, you know, the Atom, that suit and all that. And obviously, we're probably going to get to see him later on. But it's kind of funny knowing now that we're going to see Brandon Routh play another hero. I thought he did pretty good as Superman a couple years back. I know a lot of people aren't too much fans, but I'm a big Superman fan, so I wasn't too disappointed with Brandon Routh as Superman back in the day. So it'll be interesting to see him don another suit, and I think that's going to be pretty fun. You know, it's interesting how this episode, I kind of feel like they well, not this episode, mainly the first half of the season, because it's the big mystery's been who's Sarah's killer? Who's Sarah's killer? What I said about Thea being the killer, once again, my question being, how did Malcolm convince her to do it? Oliver had to know he was going to get his ass whooped. I mean, you know, we knew that he was going to lose. I knew he was going to lose. I didn't think he'd get killed or nearly killed. Now, other interesting parts of the show, obviously, now we have Ray asking Felicity basically to kind of be his sidekick or do the same thing for him that Felicity does for Oliver. So it's going to be interesting to see if she takes him up on his offer. And obviously, he's gone through some pretty traumatic stuff himself, and he confessed that to Felicity. And that's another interesting aspect of the show, wondering how Felicity is going to handle that, wondering if she's going to continue to pursue anything with him, if he continues to make moves towards her. But, you know, she still loves Oliver. Oliver obviously feels very strongly for her. So now how is she going to deal with the idea that Oliver is dead and still having, you know, Mr. Nice Guy over there with the Atom suit and all that, you know, still coming at her and opening up to her and telling her his secrets. So I think Felicity's going to be a very intriguing character going forward because she's going to be going through a lot of emotional, you know, changes, an emotional roller coaster. Then we're going to think about, you know, Roy, or rather Arsenal. And, you know, obviously he's not on the level of Oliver. He's not on the level of Arrow, and he still has a lot to learn. Now his mentor is gone, supposedly. So, you know, is he going to be able to handle the job while Oliver's gone or out of commission? Is he going to be able to go through the streets of Starling City and really take care of business? I think he'll do fine, but I think in groups, I don't know how he's going to be. You know, like Oliver handles groups very well. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it happens. I know on a bigger scale, I don't think he's ready. You know, when you talk about villains like, you know, Deathstroke and the League, I don't think he's ready for stuff like that. So we'll see how he handles this situation. And then, of course, there's Diggle. And this is where it gets really interesting because Diggle and Oliver are very close. Diggle was the first one in Oliver's crew. So it's going to be interesting to see how Diggle responds to this because Diggle's an emotional dude, and him and Oliver are close. Despite the fact that they butt heads or they argue or they disagree a lot, that's part of their, that's part of their characteristic. And that's what makes them so close, is because they have a great passion for what they do, but they also care about each other. So Diggle, oh man, I don't know, because that's going to be interesting too, because remember, he's got Lila, he's got his baby. Is he going to go on a vengeance streak? Is he going to really get involved? I know he is. But it's just going to make for such interesting, conflicting moments for all these characters. And the best part about it is it's going to give all these characters room to grow if Oliver's out of commission for a couple episodes in the second half. Plus, let's not forget, Laurel is on the path to replacing her sister as the Canary. And now she's got her mother motivating her. And that's another, hero-type character that we can expect. I mean, we've all read the articles already. We can expect to see in the second half. So a lot of things are going to go down. Ra's al Ghul obviously still going to be around. Oliver's going to have to kill him at some point, whether it's the end of this season or sometime next season. But between Arrow and Ra's al Ghul and Flash and Reverse Flash, man, our favorite CW heroes have a lot ahead of them. Man, they've got their work cut out. And Oliver, as seasoned as he is, man, every year he seems to get a new challenge. And I'm interested to see if Ra's al Ghul is going to provide a big one, because the Slade Wilson saga in season 2 was phenomenal, and that's tough to top. But Ra's al Ghul is very strong. He's a very, very talented fighter, and he's got one of the strongest organizations backing him in the world. So it'll be interesting to see how this is going to play out. But it was a great episode. I was a little bit shocked with how it ended. I felt in my heart of hearts he was going to lose. I didn't think he was going to get killed, so to speak. So that was a bit surprising. And I'm sitting there like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that. The Thea thing, oh man, that's going to be interesting as well, because she's come full circle. She's almost like Oliver was in the beginning. Now she's killing people. Now she's lying. And she's hiding in the shadows. So interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff for Arrow. January 21st is too far away. It's too far away. Anyway, guys, that's it for this review. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers, or visit ETN's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description. You're watching ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to do our mid-season finale review for Arrow, entitled The Climb. Holy shit! What? Now look, it's easy to just come out and say, oh, he's going to make it through this. He's going to make it through this. And you know what? He probably is. I mean, I can't see how they can just jump from Oliver Queen to somebody else being Arrow. But I'm wondering how they're going to explain him surviving that. I mean, he got stabbed. Now, granted, he got stabbed on this side. So obviously we know that's not where the heart is. But then he fell. So it's going to be interesting to see in the second half how they're going to make Oliver come out of this. Because obviously his story's not over. There's a lot to tell with Oliver. But then again, who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us and he really is dead and somebody else steps up as Green Arrow. I don't know.